Hello and welcome to my video. It's funny, I've literally just recorded the audio for this whole video for 10 minutes and I've realised I hadn't even attached my mic, so I'm doing it again. I'm hoping it might actually be a good thing because this is probably going to be a lot more authentic and organic. I'm a little bit more relaxed now. So here's me preparing the nozzle. I did upload this video the other day, but a lot of you commented asking for commentary, so here it is. So if you're wondering why I put a bend in the nozzle, this allows you to get right into that internal corner. It's just a little tiny improvement to begin the bead. When you're starting a bead, you always want to start in the internal corner and pull outwards towards, or in the direction of like towards the middle. Once you get a nice bead forming, as you can see, I'm moving my body with the gun. I'm not moving, the gun isn't changing angle. Once you get a nice bead like that, just move your body with it. Just getting rid of that excess there. Obviously this requires a lot of gun control and understanding the pressure. You need to learn the consistency of the sealant that you're using as well. Another one of my tips would be, you'll see this in a second, if you feel like you're running out of squeeze on the trigger, I'd recommend you stop on a grout line like that. So when you bring the other bead in, you meet on that grout line, and it's a lot easier to sort of dress the bead than if you were to stop in the middle of a tile. Now this is where it gets extremely tricky. Even I sometimes struggle with behind the taps. So I usually do these bits with a nice nozzle, and then I've got an extended nozzle that I use. It's just like a really long nozzle to help you to get behind the taps. I think if you just search for it online, you'll probably find it. I might even just leave a link in the video actually, it'd be a bit easier for you to find them, if you're in the UK that is. I get a lot of people asking, how do you know how far down to cut the nozzle? So when you cut the nozzle, you just measure the diameter of the opening, and that will be the width of your bead. Also, when you're making your sticks, you'll see me making the sticks in a minute. The tip of the stick should match the width of the intended silicone bead. Oh, I hate doing bath taps. Here's another thing that people have been commenting on. They're saying I should fill the bath. Now, the people that I work for, I trust them, and I trust that they have fitted the bath securely, meaning they'll probably put a bracket on the wall, so the lip of the bath, all the edges of the bath will be sitting on like some sort of timber going around the wall, fixed to the wall. So the bath effectively, it's not going to have any movement. And a lot of people say, well, then when you fill it with water, it's definitely going to stretch. But that's what silicone's designed for. Silicone is designed to flex and stretch. I think it flexes up to 5% of its own size, something like that. It might vary with different sealants. So these sticks, you can buy, this is pine stripwood. You can buy this from, if you're in the UK, you can get it from B&Q, you can get it from Selco's. It comes in lengths and different widths. I recommend soaking the tip of the stick before you do this process. If you soften the wood by soaking it, then it makes it a lot easier to cut it. It has to be very smooth, so make sure you use a nice fresh Stanley blade. I'll even leave a link for the blades that I'm using. It's all from the same website. These blades are very, very good, really sharp. So now that I've got the stick made, it's time to make the solution. I'm just pouring this away just so I can show you how to do it. It's really simple, just fill it with water. This tap's obviously not been used before. This is a fresh bathroom. Fill it to the top. show everyone that you used to work on a bar, and then just squeeze a tiny little bit in. Probably like a 1 second squeeze, I'd say. And that's it. I think this solution's fine if you use minimal amounts. A lot of people are saying you shouldn't use soap because it will hinder the adhesion strength. It will stop it from adhering to the tile. But as long as you use a small amount on the stick only, then you're good. But you can, there's another method where if you spray the bead, and then you can scrape off the excess, which is how most people will do it. If anyone's interested, I can actually do a video on that. If you are interested in that, then say that in the comments. If I get enough people asking for certain things, if there's anything that you want to learn about sealant work, comment it on my video, and if it gets enough likes or enough attention, then I will do a video on that. I had to cut the stick down because it was a little bit too thick. If you could just cut down the sides, take off a mil every time until you get it to the right size. So when I was recording this video, I had every intention of doing a commentary on it. So this bit, I'm slowing down here. So I'm going top and bottom edge, top edge, bottom, top. You don't put the stick directly onto the bead because it will squeeze out of the sides. So you do top edge, bottom edge, and then each time you change the edge, you overlap it onto itself. And eventually you have a nice straight bead. I'll be very surprised if anyone who's watching this has never done it before, can just do it straight away from watching this video. If you are successful, please let me know in the comments, because I'd really like to know if I'm even helping anyone or if this is just a waste of time. Anyway, so I think that's pretty much everything covered. If there is anything else you'd like to learn or anything you'd like me to cover, then just let me know. I'll see what I can do. Thanks. Oh, one more thing. The reason why I'm actually doing these videos is because I'm aiming for monetization on YouTube. I need 10 million shorts views. I'm currently on 7.1 million. Or I need 4,000 watch hours on these types of videos, these long form videos. I've already got monetization on TikTok and Facebook. I'm making some good money on there, so I thought I might as well go for YouTube as well. And YouTube's actually a lot more interesting because you can add certain keywords to videos, and you can really sort of edit the videos nicely. And I think the upload quality is much better too.